I'll be sharing one of the real estate investment opportunity for those who intend to start out in real estate investment. This is actually one of the opportunities you can get into today or start with today and be guaranteed of making, good amount of return on investment over a period of time. It depends on what you are looking at. So uh, one on the list is real estate land banking, or rather land banking, as direct as that is. Land banking actually involves buying land and keeping for the purpose of selling later for profit. It's as simple as that. And this is one of the aspects of real estate that many people are involved in. It is one of the simplest aspects of real estate investment, although it has its own peculiarity, it has its own complexities and all of that. You have to be armed with knowledge to be able to get into that aspect of real estate investment. But it is a very, very rewarding real estate opportunity that I feel we should start considering. It is called land banking. So let me give an instance. Mr. Femi buys 10 plots of land in an estate or outside an estate, maybe from a community, and each of these plots sizes happens to be 450 square meters. So he has 10 plots of land he had acquired 10 plots of land. Now he decides to keep that land or hold that land for 3 years or 2 years or even 6 months or 1 year, and then after this period of time he decides to sell some of those plots. Now you would agree with me that in quotes, it would be unwise for him to sell at the price he bought. So he's likely to sell at a higher price. Now at that price, he determines or he decides the price he wants to put on those plots of land. Let's assume he bought this land for 1 million, and today he's selling for 3.5 each, or 4 million each, or 5 million each, whatever price he is able to determine on the land based on the current market trend in that neighborhood, because there are certain parameters you look into to value your land. You don't just out of the blues fix a price on your land that is not realistic. So you must understand that he practically did nothing on that land, but today he's making money. You understand that if he bought the land 5 years ago, you don't expect the neighborhood to be the same way it was 5 years ago. There should be a measurable level of development in that neighborhood, which will impact on the value of the lands he bought some years ago. So the development in that neighborhood and whatever social or basic amenities that must have come to that environment, all of these will contribute in the current valuation of that property. So Mr. Femi is making extra amounts on these lands that he bought some years ago. Now you have to put into consideration inflation. Yes, inflation. The same way the price of bag of rice then when you bought the land is not the same with the prices of bag of rice now. So you realize that one of the ways to be able to catch up with inflation also is real estate. Why? Because the lands you bought, you did nothing on them, no improvement on them, but today you are selling at a higher price, which will help you keep up with the current inflation realities. It's just like if you had kept your 3 million in the bank, and after 5 years you probably will be having less than 3 million in your bank, or it depends on the kind of accounts you are operating. But you understand that keeping money in the bank will not necessarily have grown your money to this point as you would expect, but it is only wise for you to put it in buying landed properties or buying an asset, which is a land, and then keeping that land. It is better to keep a land for 5 years than to keep your cash in the bank for 5 years. So for 5 years your land must have appreciated to the point where you can now sell at a price that will even help you be able to relate with the realities of inflation at the time. Beside the fact that it will give you, value of appreciation, it will also help you to be able to, create a cushion effect for the level of inflation that is happening at the time you are selling. So these are just two things that investing in land does to you, or helps you achieve. It helps you achieve profit at the time you are selling, and it helps you create a balance to be able to relate well with the terms of inflation at the time you are selling. And thirdly, it gives you psychological satisfaction that you are able to sell something at a good price that you acquired years ago. Psychologically, emotionally, you feel good. Imagine you want to travel out of the country, or there's an investment, or there's an opportunity to get something done with some amount. You just dispose one of those plots to do that, or you can sell off 5 of those plots to develop on one of the plots, or 2 of the plots. You see, this is actually one of the ways people make it big. You buy cheap. Most times we even advise people, buy when it is bush, and just forget about it. After 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, you'll be amazed at the resources you'll be getting from that investment. So I had to say this to encourage you to go into land banking, because there's a whole lot you can benefit from land banking, and I hope you were actually inspired. So please, let's look that direction. Thank you, and God bless you.